Howdy, 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 everybody. Welcome to Secret Time, the time of the week where we, Tara and I, tell you the behind the scenes happening of the channel, which these days isn't a whole heck of a lot. Flying solo again today. Tara Jane is producing a movie. And you know what? That takes a lot of time, evidently. I don't know. Never produced a movie myself. I don't plan on producing a movie anytime soon because it sounds like a lot of work. I'm just going to make candles. Anyway, so yes, Tara is not with us today. If you couldn't tell, if you couldn't just visually see that it's just a one human being and not two human beings that get confused for sisters all the time. Anyway, so yeah, flying solo again today. And actually, little behind the scenes, next week it's going to be Tara flying solo because I'm going to be at a film festival. Any hoozle, let's go ahead and start off this show the way I always do, where I say hello to everyone. You guys have been chatterson, so I'm going to scroll up to the top here, and I'm gonna say my hellos. So let's see who's here. David Faith, hello. First one in, last one out. Unitless Constance has retracted their message. That's just a normal thing. Shannon West, hello. You're a buckle shy of a straitjacket. Oh my gosh. Every week Shannon's talking about straitjackets nowadays. Lockpicking engineer, good day. It's 100 degrees. Wait, it's snowing here again. Well, not anymore. It was snowing very prettily this morning, but now it's gone. Now it's just cold. People talking and they're talking a lot. Ed Keaton, hello everyone. Happy Thursday to you. Jack Boots, howdy. Scrolly. Justin Wheeler's here. Hi, Justin. Justin brought me a Subway sandwich this morning and it made me very happy. I did a little happy food dance. Justin Taco Love at Ed Keaton's house. What is wrong with you, David? Weirdo. Steve's halftime show. Howdy. Oh, I missed Elizabeth. Sorry. Hi. Dental surgery was doing pretty good today. No pain, just till the start of the process to get a partial denture. I'm glad you have no pain today. Steve, love to stick around, but life gets in the way. Have a safe Super Bowl weekend, everyone. Hi, Steve. Bye, Steve. Oh, yeah, that's Steve, I'm guessing Steve's a Niners fan, living up there in the Bay Area. Actually, this might surprise Summer Test, but I am rooting for your team then. We don't get on the same page often, but this weekend I will be rooting for your team, which I'm sorry, probably means that they will lose because my teams only once ever have won the Super Bowl. Steve's halftime show needs ketchup. David, that's funny. Steve is betting on the Swift under online. I don't know what that means. Does anyone have a guess on the number of times Taylor Swift will be mentioned or show up during the Super Bowl? The answer is too many. Can you just place that bet? Too many. I mean, I don't care. I love that she's supporting her boyfriend. I am not on the I hate that she's there thing. I'm tired of watching it. I hate when anything gets in the way of me watching football. If it happens to be her, I don't, anyway. But I love how supportive she's being of her boyfriend because she doesn't care about football. Clayton Gordon, hello, hello, hello. Happy early birthday to Tara. Yes, Tara's birthday is on Saturday. Yesterday? No, the day before was the channel's birthday. We hit our 7th birthday, which was actually, that math on that was very confusing for me. Because we're on our 8th season, but it's our 7th birthday because it's our 8th. I don't understand. I don't understand how that works, but that is the math. Let's see. Derek Ward, howdy doody. Jack Boots wishes Elizabeth Bonnie quick healing. Blair is here. Hi, Blair. I'm scrolling, lots of scrolling because there's lots of talking that I'm not reading. David Faith, thank you for the super chat. Happy 7th birthday from all of us at Winchester's Old Speaky. This message was David. I do love this week when Winchester was just being. A lot of people have called Winchester Winston over the years. Enough so that I might change a character in a script to Winston that was supposed to be Winchester. And I like that David Faith just blended that whole thing together and said, actually, that's comment of the week. I didn't screen grab it, but that's my comment of the week was David Faith saying, Winston was such a great cat, blah, blah, blah. This is brought to you by Winston's Old Speakeasy. David A, hi. I'll see if I can find that comment. That was funny. Bike contests, multiple contests. Hello, David. I just read Ben's name and said David. Something's terribly wrong with this part of the brain. Ben, hey, if there are 2 human beings and Justin comes in the room. Yes, there can be. Ben, we have to figure out how I'm gonna get a chance to see you while I'm in town next weekend. I don't know how this works out. Tim Carter, hello. Susan Leeway, hi. The scent of Justin's taco truck. David, stop changing your name. I have to say hi to all of them. Hi, Debbie. Deborah. Sorry, sister's name's Deborah. So all Deborahs become Debbies. And I think your name was Debbie when you first, your handle was Debbie when we first started out. Stephen Brown, hello. I think I'm getting to the bottom now. I'm here. Oh, you're going to be working the gala. So what we're talking about, Ben, I'm going to Dubuque next weekend for JDIFF is having their fundraising gala, and I'm going. At least I'm supposed to be going. I don't have any information yet, but I have a dress ready. There's a theme. It's an Alice in Wonderland theme. So I have this cute red cocktail dress, and I made myself a little Queen of Hearts. I have a little rough thing I made. It's right here, but I'm scared I'm going to break it. It's not finished. Here, I'll see if I can. Oh, it's going to break. It's not finished. So it's going to go like this around. My hair will be in a bun. It's going to go like this on my dress. And hold on. I'm going to break that. And I cut out of playing cards. Come here. I made earrings to match. And I made a bracelet to match. And I made myself a crown. Oh, I had to duck down to go. And I have a couple other things I still have to do. But I need to figure out how to make this thing not break because the hot glue just keeps cracking. It's a smooth surface. No, I bet you. I know it's an expensive event. It's a fundraising event. All fundraising events are expensive. But yay! But I'll get to see you. I was also. I think I'm coming in Friday. The thing's on Saturday, and then I'm leaving Sunday. But somewhere in between there, we can figure out how to hang out too. Ed Keaton says I have an aunt named Debbie that lives in Florida. My sister name's Debbie. His name is. I don't know. You know what? I've always called Debbie. My sister Deborah. I've called her Debbie. Deb. I call her Deb mostly, I think. It's interchangeable, but I don't know. As people grow older, their opinions on those things change. I haven't asked recently if she cares that I call her Debbie. She may want to be Deborah now, for all I know. Deborah. She changes her mind. She might even be here. Let's find out. Let's ask her when she gets here. I have a half sister who, growing up, had to be called Nikki. Nikki was her name. Her real name was Lanika. And now she refuses to go by Nikki and only goes by Lanika. And Justin has a sister very similar who had a nickname and now does not want to go by the nickname at all. And I'm like, but that's how I know you. I think you should be able to be grandfathered into nicknames. I'm sorry, especially when it was your choice. If you forced it on me in the first place, you don't get to change your mind now. Natalie, will you post any pictures of you on Instagram? Will I? This coming week, so Saturday is Tara's birthday, the 10th, but we're also screening, social anxiety screening in Cambria. And Tara's going to that. So she's going to be attending that. Hopefully she'll take pictures there and post pictures. I can't go to that one because on Monday, yes. Oh, it's already almost Monday. On Monday, I'm driving up to northern Utah because we're in the Utah International Film Festival. And so I'll be attending that festival Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then our screening is on Friday, which I can't go to, which I already let them know, because I'm going to have to fly out and go to Dubuque because I had already committed to doing that, besides the fact that, I mean, I wish I wish I would get to be there for the screening, but that's not the big point of going to the festival. The big point of going to the festival is meeting other Utah filmmakers. But so hopefully I'll be posting pictures from the festival. There's a masquerade ball that I'm going to. Wait, I don't know if I'm going. I have to make that decision today. There's a masquerade ball on Valentine's Day. I'm going by myself because I'm not going to be able to drive back in between. So Justin, and beyond the fact that the masquerade ball is a little more expensive than it should be. But Justin had bought me this killer dress recently that is this, it looks almost metallic. It's this not bodysuit. It's a full length bodycon dress that is like a silver, like a dark silver. And so I went and got an eye mask that's black underneath, but has sequins all over it, or diamonds all over it. And then these diamond earrings and diamond necklace. And I think I'm going to go to this thing. I don't know. But so I'll post pictures from that. And then, yes, I will post pictures from Dubuque when I'm dressed up as the Queen of Hearts. But yeah. So there's a lot of things that we should hopefully be putting on Instagram in the next little while. If I were able to stay at the Utah International Film Festival for the entirety of the thing, we would be making an episode about it. But since I'll only be there for a portion of it, it seemed a little unfair to make a video out of it. Nat what? Spanking equals Winchester speaking, Justin. No. Jennifer, but you call her, Jarek Ward says his sister's name's Jennifer, but always calls her Jenny. She thought, even though she preferred Jennifer. You know, my mom, when she named my sister Deborah, she did not want anybody calling her Debbie. Or was it Elizabeth and she didn't want anybody calling her Lizzie? One of those two, one of my siblings specifically, she didn't like the nickname that would come along with it. But then as soon as you have a child running around with a grown-up name, Deborah and Elizabeth are both very grown-up names. You end up calling them nicknames. I hated being called Nat when I was a kid, but not as a kid. Child, didn't care. Once I started to like boys, I hated being called Nat because I thought it was ugly. And I always thought that if a boy called me Nat, he was not attracted to me. And then I got into high school and I started to get prettier than I was when I was in middle school. And then I didn't care. You can call me whatever you want to. I don't even care if you call me by my own name. People call me Nicole all the time and I just go with it. Nobody should see this woman in that dress. It's a killer dress. Like, I don't know that I would wear it to something except for the fact that it's a masquerade ball. And so it feels like it's okay. Like, otherwise it is a little more, I don't know. It fits like a glove. Okay. Oh, I have an aunt named Jenny and a cousin named Jennifer. I had my best friend, next door neighbor when I was growing up, her name was Jennifer. We never called her Jenny. Not once. She was always just Jennifer. I don't even think we called her Jen. She was Jennifer. I hate the nickname Liz now. Only went by it in elementary school because there was another Elizabeth. Yeah, my sister, I don't think she cares. I think she mostly goes by Lizzie. She's an adult. She doesn't care. Oh, I get it though. I totally understand. Don't, I really do think though, like my sister Lanika, actually, she was mad that I misspelled her name as an adult. And I was like, we were never allowed to like call you Lanika. So it was never written down. And it's not like it's a super easy spelling. So we were out as adults. We went bowling together and I went to put her name into the bowling machine and I misspelled Lanika, but it was like within a couple, it was within a year of her deciding she was going only by Lanika. And I'm like, look, you were Nikki. I almost wrote Nikki and I was at least smart enough to write Lanika. Anyway, Nat's 1976. Oh no, she hates my name. No, and then, it's funny. In middle school, I started using Gnattilly. Gnattilly, which is, I don't care if you guys know, I have that screen name on freaking everything. That's my Instagram, that's my Twitter, that's my, but that was because my Harmony Neal, my best friend it's towards the end, elementary school, into middle school, her dad came up with that. We were trying to figure out email. I think it was actually, that was my AOL. And then I've had it ever since on everything. If you ever want to stalk me, you can find me at Gnattilly on anything. But he came up with it because I was a bug. And so I've kind of embraced the Nat thing ever since. Okay, Wheels. It's not a problem. Elizabeth is a great nickname. Elizabeth, yeah, I think that's great. We call my sister Little Bit. That was actually, I call her that more than I call her Elizabeth. It's either Lizzie or Little Bit. Although I got in trouble once. We were singing Happy Birthday to my sister. We were at Chuck E. Cheese. Well, it wasn't Chuck E. Cheese. It was Pistol Pete's Pizza, which was the Vegas version of it. And we were singing Happy Birthday, and I said, Happy birthday to you, happy birthday, Little Bit. And my mom thought I said the B word and turned around and smacked me. And I was like, what? I called her Little Bit. I got a little bit in trouble. And then my mom felt terrible, and she starts laughing because she did. She just hauled out, whap! That's the kind of family we are. We're just smack. Benji. Oh, Ben, I like that. If I had a Ben as a childhood friend, I liked Benji as a nickname. You hated it? Yeah, well, Benji the dog, but it's still a cute nickname for a kid. I don't know if I could do that with an adult. His family calls him JJ, but I don't know him as JJ, and so it's always kind of weird. And I can't call him that. Excuse me, every once in a while, when referring to him to his family, I might say JJ, just because I know they know who I'm talking about, but I don't do it. Yeah, Justin, you should change her fantasy football team name to Little Bit. What a weirdo. Okay, I think I've been in trouble more than Gnattilly. Probably. I don't know. I got into a lot of trouble as a kid. I was the oldest and I was pushing boundaries at all times. Beth is good. I just hate Liz because even now people call me that when I tell them I prefer Elizabeth. Beth, see, funny thing is for me, Beth was never a nickname for Elizabeth. I think you either go one direction or another. I always thought of Beth as its own name. I never thought of it as a short for something else. I have a friend that liked being called Benny. One of my best friends, Brett, his other groups of friends call him Benny, and we don't know him as that at all. So it had to have been before I met him, which I've known him for almost 20 years now. But for some reason, it never translated into our group of friends. So every once in a while, someone will refer to him to us as, well, Benny, da-da-da, and we all have no idea who they're talking about. So I think Toby did it. Toby met him. Maybe it was Toby. Somebody came to the show, met him, and was like, Benny. And I'm like, who? He's like, your co-host, Benny. And I'm like, oh no, that's Brett. Only his other friends call him Benny. The women in my family call me Clady. usually when they want me to pay for something, or I call Justine whenever I have something that I want, which is probably the opposite of go Justine. It's the opposite of how I should get what I want. Justin knows Brett is Benny from the industry in LA tech community. He's a very well-known commodity. Yep. Yeah, he's worked for DreamWorks, Disney. I don't know where he's at now. But yeah, everybody at work calls him Benny, which is just funny. And then what's really bad is people mishear his name as Brent all the time, and that one will drive him crazy. Someone calls him Brent, and I'm like, it's an honest mistake. He's just like, gets super angry. No, I don't use names generally. Toby, are you one of those that forgets names like really easily? Because I can, if that's true, I will make sure that I always, when I know people's names, because I'm bad at it too, I will make sure I always reintroduce. And Toby, you know such and such. You've met blah 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 before. I try to do that when I can. Tim Carter says, my cousin calls me Timmy. A couple friends called me T. Other than that, no nicknames except high school. Someone called me Animal. Others call me Bert. Long story. I often call people by just the first letter of their names. B. If it's a B, almost always it happens. Let's see. Fun fact. Brett is the male spelling. Oh, Brett is with two T's is a female spelling? Really? I've never heard that at all. Almost, I would say 90% of the Bretts I've known in my life have had two T's. Ed Keaton's Ed or Eddie after your uncle. Oh yeah. I don't end up calling people by nicknames. I often end up saying people's names funny, and that's my nickname for them. Like my best friend in high school, her name was Miranda, but I called her Mermanda. I call Tara T. She's almost always T. But Tara is a hard one to. Although, if you're trying to piss her off, you can call her Tara. It's old school. Always just pisses her off. Tara. No, Tara. House is full. This house is getting ready for Super Bowl. I don't know about you guys. I've never been a Super Bowl party person. When I was growing up, my grandmother always had us over for the Super Bowl because my parents always went to Super Bowl parties. So we'd go over to my grandmother's house. And this is back when the Cowboys were ruling the world. And this is, I've finally gotten over it. But for a long time, I really hated the Cowboys because every year I would make a bet with my grandmother that the Cowboys would lose. And then every year they won. And I was telling this, I don't know if I was telling this to you guys with Tara, that my grandma was actually from Texas, and I never really put together that maybe she was a Dallas fan. She was a Saints fan first, but maybe she also was a Dallas fan. So I don't know. I've never really done Super Bowl parties, but this family is evidently like famous for their Super Bowl parties. They've got like 70 people coming over here this weekend, and they're making, I think, 16 different dishes because they do dishes for each side. They're doing dishes from Kansas City and dishes from San Francisco. And they just go and find all these fun recipes. And this is what they do every year. And this is my first Super Bowl party with them, but they are a thing of legend. So that's going to be kind of fun. Although it's also going to be crazy. They're 60 people, but that includes, this is a Mormon community. So that's probably half children. Half of that will be children. So, oh, don't call her Tara. It's Tara. Yeah. Like you're tearing a piece of paper. Yeah. Don't call her Tara. People do it all the time. Makes her mad. So who's everybody rooting for? Does anybody care? A lot of people are just rooting against Taylor Swift, which is fine. I think I am. Actually, I think I'm rooting against Patrick Mahomes at this point. He's pissed me off recently. And Brock Purdy's just been adorable in his interviews and stuff. Patrick Mahomes went somehow in the last couple years in the last year even, his fame went to his head. His popularity went to his head. And I'm just like, okay, cool it, buddy. I've been very spoiled in my life with quarterbacks. I had Drew Brees as my quarterback, and he was a class act. And I expect more from quarterbacks. Also, my stepdad is a 49ers fan, and I guess I want him to win things. 49ers used to be my most hated team. Now it's, who do I hate? Still the Seahawks. I think it might still be the Seahawks. I hate the Seahawks. I hate the Astros enough in baseball for it to be for both leagues. I don't care anything else. But Jason C. Brown is a Kansas City fan, but he just had a win. Let's spread the wins out a little bit. I'm rooting against the Niners because my buddy Todd won't shut up about him. That's normally how my fandoms work. I hated the Eagles for a really long time because of one particular person. I'm not going to call her out. She knows who she is. Specifically didn't want the Eagles to win anything because that's one way I used to, when driving in traffic, if someone cut me off or someone did something stupid, I'd always say, I hope your basketball team loses. Partly because I had no stake in the game when it came to basketball. But then I realized that was just rude. So, because it wasn't fair. So all I say now is I hope your sports team loses. And in LA, that might be the reason the Dodgers keep losing, because people kept cutting me off and they were probably Dodger fans. So it's my fault, guys. Leave the birds alone. I know, I don't hate the Eagles like I used to, but I did for a long time. The Eagles were a girl I worked with team, and she just pissed me off all the time. So the petty thing that I want in life is for their team not to win. I rooted for the team that was the LA team, then they left, then came back, and then but they're dead to me. Yeah. I love me some football though. This will be interesting to watch. I haven't been to a Super Bowl party in years and years and years, so it will be interesting. Do you guys have football plans? Are you gonna watch the Puppy Bowl instead? I get it. If you're not a football fan, I don't even think the commercials are enough to keep you interested now. The real Grey Cup, challenge is not freezing to death. Oh, Jesus. My brother Dennis is a diehard Dodger fan too. Oh, Ed, I didn't know you had another brother. Not a twin? How many siblings do you have, Ed? Just curious. Steve's halftime show presented by Bud Light. I'm just stopping by to say I know who is providing the smoke at my halftime show. Wow, Natalie, looking beautiful today. As always, but like the smoke show joke. Steve, I don't know if you were here earlier. I did wish I'm rooting for the Niners, which I'm sorry means they probably are going to lose. The Dodgers keep losing, most winning franchise in history of MLB. Yeah, Justin. Yeah. Justin and I were at the store the other day, and Justin is always got his blue Dodger cap on, but he also had his blue Dodger zip-up hoodie on. And someone stopped, and they're from California originally, and they wanted to talk Dodgers. They're so happy they got Ohtani and cha-cha-cha. And it was that yesterday? It was the day before, and we had just re-signed Kershaw. And I was like, yeah, and I'm excited because we just re-signed Kershaw. And it was one of those fans, one of those Dodger fans who was like, well, if he's going to be good this year. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. I forgot that I hate Dodger fans some of the time. I watched the Puppy Bowl and the Fish Bowl. Wait, there's a Fish Bowl? Desiree. What is the Fish Bowl? Is this just a Fish Bowl at your house? There's a Fish Bowl. I want to tune in. Is there a game? Like, I mean, are there commentators? Because that's fun. You have 3 brothers, no sisters, and I have a stepsister and a stepbrother from my dad's previous marriage. Ohtani grumble, says Blair. Yeah, our team this year, Dodgers, are looking pretty good, but they have every year, and I don't know why I don't know. I'm worried we're on a downward slope, but then we just got Ohtani, so I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. I think it was only that one year, Desiree says, of the Fish Bowl. Well, that stinks, because I think I'd tune into the Fish Bowl. Only if there were fish commercials. Like, all the commercials have to be fish-themed. You know what? Why can't I just do that on my own? I'm going to go get a Fish Bowl. I'm going to set it up in front of a camera. I'm going to start a live broadcast. And we're going to do voices for the little fishies. That's what Tara and I are going to do for the Super Bowl next year. Oh, I thought the cat was coming in. The cat is not coming in. It was just a bowl with 2 fish, and they changed them out during commercials on the animal. That's so dumb. I love it though. I love it. I was at the aquarium filming when we were filming in Dubuque. Part of it was it's at the actually called the River Museum, the River Boat Museum. Ben, tell me what it's called. But there's an aquarium in it, and I had to sit in front of this aquarium while they were filming over my shoulder and watch. And these fish are going, and in between shots, I would just get lost in this one fish who I named Tim. I don't remember. I named it. I kept forgetting the character's name that came and talked to me. So I named this fish that same name so that I wouldn't forget. And now I've forgotten again. Ohtani, yes. Ohtani is that Japanese player that the Dodgers signed, but he was with the Angels the last few years. He's a pitcher and an amazing hitter. And so for us, because he just had surgery, or he's coming off of surgery, he's going to be just designated hitter for the whole year. Summer Test is a Niner fan, but only because they're the closest to my zip code. I like to go to games, but I don't drink wine, and I doubt they sell beer at that venue. So when I was we were trying to look up recipes that we could maybe help make for this big Super Bowl party. Because Justin was looking at making wings. I was like, yeah, but that doesn't fit into their theme. I thought we should have made In-N-Out sliders, just California. And it doesn't have to be San Francisco specific, But I found a thing that's called Kansas City Ice Water. It's an alcoholic drink. It's an ounce of gin, an ounce of vodka, half an ounce of lime juice, half an ounce of simple syrup, and then Sprite, basically. And it's called a Kansas City Ice Water. And I was like, no, there's going to be no drinking at this house. This is a dry house. Well, this room is not dry, but this house is dry. But our sister-in-law Allie is going to be over, and I was like, well, we should at least have some wine so that she can drink it. But I was like, oh, maybe we'll drink Kansas City waters. I was trying to find. There's a lot of drinks that were invented in San Francisco. I mean, I don't want any of them, but there are a lot of cocktails that were invented in San Francisco. I did brisket sliders last weekend for a pregame tailgate party. Yum. Steve, that sounds good. Jason C. Brown is here. Wait, where did I miss him? I didn't see Jason. Jason is here. Hi, Jason. If you're here, I don't see you. Oh, Yearbox here. Hi. For the fishbowl, you can watch the fish exhibits at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Oh, do they? They have webcams? That's fun. Aquariums are so cool. It's kind of like everybody who watches this show is old enough to remember when screensavers were such a big deal on your computer, and you always had the Snowfield or whatever those early screensavers. I could sit there and watch, was it the Pipes one? I could watch the pipe one for hours just to watch like you're trying to, or the one that would bounce from corner to corner of your screen, and you're trying to guess, when is it gonna hit the thing? The Pipes one though, I would watch that one on Pipes just for freaking ever. There's Jason C. Brown. Howdy. I kind of want one. I wonder if I can download the Pipe screensaver again. That'd be pretty cool. There's another one. The Snowflake one was never very great. Starfield one was one everybody used. There was another one that was like the Pipes though, where it was kind of like you had to, in my head, I could always like try to guess what it was going to do next or something. Shannon was gotta go. Dad's in the hospital. Hopes he's doing better. I know it's been a little bit of a rocky road there. Pipes. Oh, that was old. That's what I said. You guys are all old enough. You remember Pipes. The Pipes one. I think psychologists have something to say about that. I didn't need drugs or alcohol when I was younger. I could just watch that Pipes. That was my drug. The fireworks one was never. This TV has a fireworks one now. And the new ones, the DVD, like it's the one that like would bounce off the corners was not like the DVD one. Like, the screensaver DVD that was just slowly moving, and it was too big. So it always just did the exact same thing. When I was young, Toby, minor league hockey fights in Stockton a lot. Oh yeah. We used to go to minor league baseball in Stockton all the time. Stockton Ports, I think was the name of the team. My sister worked for the stadium for a minute. all old screensavers are still available. I hope so. And then the thing about the pipes, I'm stuck in this moment from right now. The pipes one, you could go in, like the Starfield one too, and the Snowflake, you could change it. So like how many pipes were going, or how fast the pipes moved. The same thing with the snow, like how fast you wanted the snow to move. If you pay attention to the 99 cents cash store register, original old Microsoft sounds. Yeah. I used to, it's weird that I don't do anything like this now, but I used to be very specific. I would program my whole computer, like everything was customized. I had different, like every time I got an email, this is in high school, every time I got an email, it was the sound from Monty Python, and it would say, "Message for you, sir," of him getting shot with the arrow. And I had, at one point in time, all of the sound effects in my computer were Monty Python themed. And then I would change all my icons to weird cutout things, which is weird. Like we were all just, I was just programming things, and I have no idea. It's gotten more complicated. Why was that easier when I was younger? And I mean, I know your brain's much more capable of learning that stuff, but I feel like it was much easier then too. Now I don't know how to use Photoshop. I'm still doing all of my editing in Microsoft Paint. So, the at the register. I can turn my computer. I can. I can barely turn my computer on. User. Yeah, me too. I use the AOL You Got Mail every time I got email. AOL wasn't in Canada. My coworkers hated it. Oh, that's fun. And then when we got our first, like, those Nokia phones and stuff, you used to be able to program a lot of that stuff too. I always made sure I always went through and downloaded 8-bit ringtones. I still kind of do that. Like not right now, but most of my ringtones, I group people. So like all my family has one ringtone. Justin has his own ringtone. Tara has her own ringtone. Brett has his own ringtone. And then I did that so that my generic ringtone would be one that I knew I didn't have to look at. So if it's not a number that's saved in my phone, everyone who was saved in my phone got a ringtone. And then anything that wasn't saved, I didn't have to turn around and even look at it. Still have a Nokia. Nice. I want that little slidey phone. I don't want a flip phone. That doesn't have that same visceral memory for me. Like that little slide phone I think it was a Nokia. I customized everything. Yeah, me too. I don't do it anymore. I do every once in a while change an icon on my computer because, I mean, I changed my home screen. But like I only end up changing icons on my computer when something I can't find it easily. In my phone though, I do put a lot of, I put things in folders to organize them. John Cleese is going to do a talk and Q&A with a screening of Holy Grail out here. When? I could drive in for that. I could do that. Screensaver, what's up? Earthlink Associates had that on their computers. Drove me nuts. Now I mute most everything. Yeah. I think that's like, Justin's phone is just always on silent. It never makes any noise. It doesn't even vibrate. Like I've gotten more into like my phone's on vibrate most of the time, but the ringtone's not. Well, maybe it is too. But yeah, everybody has their own ringtones. Tara's is from, I think it's Big Rock Candy Mountain from Oh Brother Where Art Thou. Justin's is Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, Cage the Elephant, but that's because it's from Borderlands. It's the intro song for Borderlands 1. I had the one removable faceplate. Still have the ear. What? One from college. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what those words mean. Okay, I'm gonna go here and see if I'm not covering things. We got screenings this week. We have, what's today? Oh, I guess we just screened in Cambria last week. I know, in Casper, Wyoming last week. Tara's got the 10th at 7 p.m. in Cambria. I have Friday the 16th in Vineyard, Utah at 3. I won't be there. I will be in Dubuque and at a fundraiser for JDIFF. If you want to go to that, I bet tickets are still on sale. So screenings, check. Told you about my costume. Told you that we hit 7 years. Tara's birthday. There's no launch tomorrow. That's a piece of information that has been missing from this conversation. There is no launch tomorrow. Tara is going to film something to put out for the week after that, allegedly, because we can't get together before then because she was out of town this week. I'm out of town next week. And then she's diving into, we're going to try to film something remotely. We have this idea. I'll tell you about it. Or we already did. I don't know, but I'll tell you about it again anyway. We have this idea for like a long distance cooking where one of us has found a recipe for the other person to cook, but the person who's cooking doesn't ever actually get to see the recipe. And so via Zoom, Tara is going to instruct me on a recipe or vice versa. And we have no idea what we're making. And we kind of like messed around with the idea of like, how would that work? And it's like, well, but if I tell you to go buy all these ingredients, you're going to know. She's like, but not really. Cause she's like, if I told you to get da, 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 and I'm like, I don't know. I guess some type of pastry. She's like, yeah, no, exactly. So it could be interesting. Could be a huge fail. But if it works out, we're going to try to do those when we can't get together. Otherwise, I think the soonest I can get to LA where it's reasonable at all for her and I to get together is end of March. She's going to be filming the middle week in March. She's filming this short film and she's filming it in Tennessee, it looks like. So it won't be until the end of March that she and I can get in the same room. And then we'll get some stuff in the can. It's a side by side. Jello molds. I did think about making her make her own Jello mold. I think it's funny. Stupid question, but have you thought of a Discord channel for sisters? We did, for a while. We talked about it. Blair was really hot on trying to get us to make a Discord channel. We didn't do it. I actually think there was one for a minute. We just, never, maybe we'll revisit that. Telephone cooking. Yes, that's basically it. It could be fun. So, we're going to do one at least and see how it works out. But if it works out, then we can use that as a format for, filler content when we can't get together. We're still going to try to do, getting together every other month or so and filming quite a few things or whatever. But I don't know. That is on my hand. I'm good at seeding Discord. Oh. I thought Blair wrote that and I was like, is that what it's called? No, Ben. Okay. Yeah, Blair says I tried, but it still exists. Yeah, I've never understood Discord. Like I tried to use it. Someone that made us use it for some project we were involved with. And then I never really figured it out. And then I got turned off from it. Sorted Food did that a few years back. It was a solid way to do a video, try stuff. Yeah. We'll see how it works out. We'll see if it's, we haven't committed to like that's going to be, that we're going to make a lot of them, but we're going to make one and see how it works out. Cause we don't, I went back and I was watching, a lot of our Zoom. We ended up watching, my nephew wanted to watch the Coolicles episode. And so we ended up watching this, episode that we had done during the pandemic where we're cooking in separate kitchens and everything. And I was like, it works out. I don't want to go back to that right now. So I was trying to figure out a way to kind of blend the two where it's not just a Zoom cooking episode where we're both in separate kitchens. How can we, format that a little bit different? So that's the one we're going to do. I guess we're going to do Joke Corner today, guys. I don't know how much longer this will continue because for me, it's a very awkward experience when I'm just reading jokes to myself. But Joke Corner today, the theme. Oh, I did forget something. Well, the theme will be football. Okay, the theme will be football. I did an ALGO monster feeding question. I'm going to go back to that as long as I remember. The ALGO monster feeding question of the week is, if you were a playing card, what card would you be? And then that comes from me making these Queen of Hearts things everywhere. And I don't know why. I have some weird like connection to the Two of Spades. Not like if someone says, name any card. That's not the one I do. I think it really has to do with the little cards that were painting the roses red, in Alice in Wonderland. So the 2 and the 3 of spades. Were they spades or were they clubs? They were clubs. Maybe I don't know. It's not a heart. I'm not a diamond. And I'm not a face card. I'm definitely a 2 or 3 of clubs or spades, and I don't know which one it is now. The Ace of Spades. So anyway, put that in. That's a fodder for putting in the description or the comment box afterwards. Getting back to that, I don't know why. I just decided to play with the algorithm a little bit and see if it does anything. Motorhead, not Ace of Base. It could be Ace of Base, I guess. I wonder, could you be different kinds of playing cards? Like, are you a Uno card instead? Are you a Skip-Bo card? I don't even know how to play Skip-Bo. Ooh, yeah, if I was it doesn't have to be a playing card. If I was an Uno card, what card would I be? I think I'd be a reverse. Reverse. Draw. It was skip. Oh, I can't remember. I haven't played Uno in forever. Now I kind of wanna. That sounds fun. I'm not on a laptop, so you're gonna have to do the heavy lifting on Joke Corner. What's Lemmy? What are you talking about, Lemmy? Okay, yeah. So we got just 4 more minutes until Joke Corner. Let's see. Is there anything else we need to cover? I'm supposed to be doing ADR this week, kinda. I saw an edit of Obit today. That's the film I just did in Dubuque. It's coming together pretty good, and I don't hate my acting in it. So that's, I do think my acting's a little one note, but it's not bad. It could be better, but that's a huge, huge accomplishment for me just to look at it and go, could be better. I hate it. But I watched it this morning, just the rough cut, so that because they need a couple lines done, recorded, and I keep meaning to do it, but it's just been so loud in this house. Or like the other day, we were having a windstorm. And so I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to stay up late tonight. And when everybody's asleep, then I'll record my ADR. They did say that it's temporary. If they can use it, they'll use it. If not, they'll wait till I'm in town. But I'm not in town until March. So Skip-Boo. Not Skip-Bo. I don't know. I never played it. When the U.S. invades Canada again, you'll know why. What is you talking about, Justin? Wait, Blair reverse from, oh yeah. The reason will be our water. We all know why. Anywho's, Jason has a new short out, Quiet Your Mind. I actually haven't gotten to see it yet, Jason. If you have a link to that, go ahead and put it in there. Everybody will go watch it. It's the same people that he did Meet Cute with, Erin O'Shea. Is that her name? Erin O'Shea. It's a cute concept. I like it. Girl trying to do yoga, but she can't quiet her mind. I haven't gotten to watch it yet though. So, Jason, share that link if you will. 2 minutes Joke Corner. What might be the last Joke Corner for a while. I don't know. Tara will do it. Tara's here by herself next week. She'll do Joke Corner. Let's see what else is new in the world. Jason has a new short out. No man wants to hear that. Justin, not everybody's brain's in the gutter like yours is all the time. It's on Serious Child Productions is the name of the Instagram channel. Is that the name of the YouTube channel too? I think you can at least find it if you look up Serious Child Productions. Serious Child? I don't know. Reminds me when I try to quiet my mind. Yes, it's funny because I was talking to Jason about it. Erin and I write very similar things. I have a sketch that we never did it in a live show. We recorded it, but it never happened. And it was called A Long Minute in Natalie's Head. And it was me at a basketball game with my boyfriend, but there's no dialogue It was on stage, and there was no dialogue between the two of us. It was all in my head of me watching this game and then getting distracted and thinking about how I could have done high steel and then getting electrocuted and all this other stuff, but then getting in a fight with my boyfriend in my head. It's kind of funny. I mean, it was very amateur of me, but it was kind of funny. Okay, we are in Joke Corner. I am going to scroll up here. If you ever find that link, Jason, go ahead and plug it in there. But it be Steve's halftime show needs more ketchup. Let me scroll here a little bit. Stop it. Okay, joke. David Faith. One thing that no, stop it, guys. No, it's okay. One thing that no one ever talks about being an adult is how much time you debate with yourself on keeping a cardboard box, because it's like a really, really good box. And it's even worse if you're a cat owner, because there'll be just boxes that just sit around because the cat's still playing with that box. Not this cat. This cat does not have. Actually, this cat does not like to go inside boxes at all, but he leans against them. So you have to let him have those boxes. Okay, Derek Ward says, did you hear about the woman who eats nothing but plants? I'll bet you've never heard about herbivore. Bet you never heard about herbivore. I like it. Joke, I have done some horrible things for money, like getting up early to go to work. Derek Ward says, joke, I asked a woman to a date at the gym, but she never showed up. Right then, I knew we wouldn't work out. That's a good New Year's joke. Let's see if I can scroll without losing the whole world. No, I can't. It's jumpy, 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 jump, 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 jump. Oh, wow, that was a huge jump. What? Okay, all right, okay. Wow, that jumpy thing is annoying. Joke, laughing at your mistakes can lengthen your life. Laughing at your wife's mistakes can shorten it. Those are just facts. That's not a joke, David. That is just, you should know better. No better, not Beber. Why did the football player bring string to the game? Okay, I didn't see the answer. Why did the football player bring string to the game? Because all I can think about is something with a tie. But why would you want a tie? Because he wanted to tie the score. Justice is a dish best served cold. If it was served warm, it would be just water. Is that David? David, shush it. There's a game where you compete against one person. You move the ball by quieting your mind. What? How? What? No, that's not a real thing. I don't believe you. You know, the first person to pop popcorn must have been seriously freaking out. I was just trying to cook that corn. Oh, you just noticed the Joe Kelly? Yeah. Joe Kelly keeps me company. Look, there's Vin. I got Barnes and Kirsch. I need to go into my stuff because Barnes is definitely not my favorite, but he's here since. Those are ones that have come into my life since I've been here. Apparently exercising helps with decision making. It's true. I went for a jog today and decided I'm never going again. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Joke. Your childhood ends the moment you realize sleep is a reward, not the punishment. Yeah, sleep is nice. I like sleep. Joke. Why are centipedes not allowed to play bug football teams? Oh, okay, sorry, that does make sense. Why are centipedes not allowed to play on bug football teams? Because well, it depends on what kind of football. Wait, I can read it. It's okay. I don't know. It takes too long to put on their cleats. Okay. I'm so out of shape right now that if someone yelled, run for your life, I'd be like, y'all go ahead. I'm meeting Jesus today. What did Justin ask me the other day? Justin asked me if I had a best stroke in swimming. And I was like, Justin, I can barely swim. Like, I can stay afloat. I only doggy paddle. So he's like, no, like, like, how do you swim? And I'm like, I just kick. And then we had a long conversation about whether or not I actually float. I was like, it's really hard for me to tread water. And he says, you're not supposed to be like, you're not kicking to keep yourself up. You're kicking to keep yourself upright. And I'm like, well, if anyone had ever told me that, now I have to go try swimming so I can find out if I actually can. Let's see. Joke, why was Cinderella a poor football player? And her answer is her coach was a pumpkin. Pumpkin might be a good... Oh, I did jump. I'm going to go try to find... Joke, I tried cooking with wine last night. After 5 glasses, I couldn't remember why I was in the kitchen. I feel like you get tipsy quicker while you're cooking. Like, if I'm drinking a glass of wine while I'm cooking, like, it hits a little bit quicker, and I'm not really sure why. My going out clothes have missed me so much. I put them on and they hugged me so tight I could barely breathe. So I'm working my way backwards, trying not to kill too much time, but also find these jokes that I jumped over. Joke, the Bears are the only team to reach the Super Bowl despite never having a quarterback. Aw, poor Bears. Joke, Freddie Mercury, Venus Williams, and Bruno Mars all walked into the same bar. They didn't plan it. I like that, Derek. Scroll a little bit, not a lot of it. I have read that one. I read that one. Okay. I read that one twice. Okay. Coach was a pumpkin. Okay, I'm gonna cut back up. If R2D2 is short and R2, what? If R2, okay, I just filled in the blank there. If R2 is short for R2D2, Chewie is short for Chewbacca, and Annie is short for Anakin, what's Luke short for? A stormtrooper. A little bit of Star Wars humor there for you. There's going to be a Joe Kelly bobblehead. About jersey and a bobblehead. Jersey 99. I get it because he gave up his jersey. Joke. Just help my neighbor bury a rolled up carpet in the woods. Her boyfriend would have done it, but he's out of town. Yeah. This fella just offered me a free gate. I said, what's the catch? He said, it's the bit that allows it to open and close, but that's not important right now. And it was Leslie Nielsen who was selling it to you. You really got to hand it to short people because they usually can't reach it. Joke, eggs are great for a diet. If you don't like the taste, just add cocoa. What? Baking powder, flour, sugar. Okay, better. Bake for 350 degrees in 30 minutes. I was like, wait a minute. Are you adding cocoa to your eggs? And that sounds like something that I have to try now. My pal said, cheer up. You could be stuck underground in a hole full of water. I know he means well. January was a tough year, but we made it. That's a good one, David. Let's see if I can scroll without it going too far. Bartender, I see your glass is empty. Would you like another? Me. What on earth would I do with 2 empty glasses? Would you say June 11th? Actually, I might be in town. I am coming into town to film with Ash right about then. I think it's the following, like the 14th, 15th, 16th, I think is when we're filming. Because that would be cool. I made it to the bottom. I actually probably missed some in there because that thing was jumping all over the place. So you're going to save those ones for next week. Sorry if I missed them. We're going to wrap it up. No launch tomorrow. Next week it'll be Tara flying solo, and she can tell you all about the launch that we're going to have that week because we don't know what it is yet. She's going to film it at some point in time. If you are in California, if you want to go to Cambria and check out Social Anxiety, it is playing the 10th at 7 p.m. It's in Hawaii. It's not part of competition for the Cambria Film Festival, but it is part of a special screening. There, they liked it enough, but they didn't feel like it fit the genre, so they gathered a couple of films and are screening them at a winery, I think, or wine cellars or something. I don't know. It should be kind of cool. And then if you're in northern Utah, stop by and say hi. I'll be at the film festival. Or if you're in Dubuque, let's figure out how to get together. Okay, I gotta go. Later, skater, as Jason C. Brown would say. Bye, all, as Elizabeth Bonner would say. And Desiree says, bye.